All right, guys, we are recording. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Martin Luther King Day. I didn't realize that it was a holiday and a lot of our babies were home today, but that's okay. That's the beauty of our business. We get to do it even when our babies are there with us, and we can come together anytime, anywhere. So thank you guys for being with me. I'm super excited about the information I get to share with you. You know, Maui is definitely one of those things I hope is on every one of your dream boards. It's certainly something to work towards, because what happens in Maui is it's really not like any other trip. And I'm not just talking about how amazing the trip is in terms of the accommodations and so forth. Of course that is, but the biggest part and the best part for me and why it's my favorite, and I've been 12 times now. Daddy asked me the other day, he said, how many times have you been over there? And I was counting them up, and Robert says, you've been there 12 times. So it's pretty amazing to know that every year they're bringing in the top leaders to fill them full of vision for the year, but also to cast vision for decades to come. And that's exactly what they did in Maui. They truly gave us the vision of what's going to be happening in 2017, and how phenomenal the growth charts are all really looking in terms of statistics and where we're at as a company and where we're projected to be. But they also took us through decades of what they're going to be doing with Arbonne, and that is so exciting, guys. And it's almost like you just wish every one of your leaders were there with you, because then they would come back as energized and excited about the vision of where our company's going. So in an effort to help you guys see the vision of some of the different things that are coming our way in 2017, of course, I'm not at liberty to tell every single surprise. You guys will have to wait as we go throughout the year to see many of the different surprises that Arbonne has for you. But I can certainly offer to you guys some of the updates that you as leaders need to know right now for this year. So I'm going to go ahead and do a share screen. I threw together a little PowerPoint just because I know a lot of people love visuals, and certainly I think it's kind of important to do that when there's this much information. So I'm just going to this call is not a training call. This call is really just to connect you guys to Maui and some of the updates as we go through the week. But of course, to start off, I want to just do a couple of things outside of Maui that we need to know as leaders. And the first is, of course, our next Save the Date Leadership Connection call will be February 13th at noon. And just remember, we typically have these every second Monday of the month, So February 13th, if you can really save that and protect that and be with us live, that's the best, because a lot of people have good intentions of listening to recordings later, but a lot of people don't do it, or don't get the time to do it, or don't make the time to do it. So if you can really protect this time as a leader, you are a leader because people have put you into this place of leadership. You have built a team, and you have earned the privilege and the honor of getting to represent many different people in their lives. And by you having that responsibility, this is one of those responsibilities that you don't want to let go untapped. So please be with us every single leadership call throughout the year. Go ahead and put it in your calendar, second Monday of the month at noon. Save an hour. We'll probably be done in 30 minutes, but that way if we have a special guest speaker, then we've got enough time allotted. Also, just a little minor note, some of you signed up for the John Maxwell Leadership School. I'm so excited about that. You should have already received an email from him. They're doing a kickoff call tomorrow. So make sure that you're a part of that and that you really take this journey with John. I'm excited for this particular leadership school because I love John Maxwell. I love what he represents. I love his biblical leadership applications. And most importantly, I know that this may be one of his last. So he's moving into, you know, older age. He's in his 70s now, and I know just through looking around that he may or may not do this again. And so to be a part of this is really special, and I think each of us are really going to walk away with some amazing growth from being a part of it. So congratulations to all of you that took the jump, the plunge, and didn't let anything hold you back for being a part of that. All right, so let's talk about the retreat real quick, and then we're going to jump into Maui. I am so excited. I jumped off the plane from Maui, literally, and we had a 3-hour drive home, and I mean, I just hit the ground thinking about the retreat, planning the retreat, working for the retreat, and I've done that this whole week. And thank goodness there was no ice in Oklahoma, because I would have been out on the roads anyway, because I was out getting things and preparing for the retreat. But I'm very excited to have this time with you guys and your teams. I think it's going to be powerful. Our head count is up to 94, which is amazing. And what I want to share about that is that weather's supposed to be really awesome this week, this weekend as well. And so we're going to set up the retreat, and it's going to be just fine with weather. We've got an idea. We've got a plan. Carlita's mapped it out in her head. Philip's kind of measured it out. And we're going to be able to have the retreat, the meeting style in her garage, but because of the weather being so amazing, we're going to have a lot of space on her grounds. So it's going to be awesome. All right, so here's the needs to know. I did send this out to your team. You know, and I know sometimes people don't read it. So if people ask you questions, you need to know this information, but also take a picture of this screen. And I want to invite you guys actually to take a picture of any screen that we go through on the PowerPoint that you feel you need to reference back to. So the retreat needs to know. We will be, you guys can arrive anytime you want to on Friday, you know, 4 o'clock, 4:30, whatever, but we're leaving my house at 5 o'clock sharp to go to Carlita's. So if you are delayed anyway, then you need to go straight to Carlita's, okay? So hopefully everybody can get here and get settled into their rooms and into their places here at my home before we leave for Carlita's. But if you can't, that's okay. Meet us at Carlita's, because we don't want to delay or be late for that night's kickoff. I have put the address for Carlita and myself on the email and on the Facebook Nation wall that went out. So you have that. So Friday night will be kind of an early night. We don't have a huge amount of training. I've really enjoyed the retreats where we just focus on relationship and maybe just one message that evening, and then we're done, because it's a travel day for people. So we're going to do that Friday night at Carlita's. We're going to have it catered in and have a wonderful dinner together, fellowship, relationship building. But we're also going to have probably a VP panel that night, and just really have a wonderful time of just chatting. It's going to be very casual. Please let everyone know, just wear whatever. It doesn't even matter. People can even wear their yoga pants. It doesn't matter. The idea is to keep this casual, comfortable, and just super fun. Bring with you, guys, at my house, some of you will be going to your VP's home, and I know that, and that's great. But I do want to ask that before you depart to the places you're going to sleep, that you make sure that you come back to my house after Carlita's, because the big announcement is going to be made at my house that night. And I can't do this at Carlita's because it doesn't include Her Nation. So I have to do this for our teams all together here at the house. So come back after Carlita's and have a glass of wine and celebrate the big announcement with me. And here's the things that you need to know because there's going to be a huge amount of people here. Please shower before you come because we won't be able to shower. Not a big deal. It's all casual, so don't freak out about that. Just shower before you come. But hand towels for face washing. Bring your own water bottle or Yeti cups because Carlita's going to have dispensers around for easy dispensing of drinks and so forth. Bring a favorite snack to share. We love, when we're together, all of you know this, we love to snack and stay up late and chat and talk and visit. So bring snacks to share. Pajamas for the chats, pillow, blanket, bedding. And I put pajamas on there just so you don't bring your Victoria's Secret stuff. I'm only talking to myself, right? But anyways, just presentable pajamas because Robert may be in and out serving us. So just kind of keep that in mind. Pillows, blankets, bedding, and blow up mattresses. And of course, the beds are going to go to those that really need them, that have just recently had surgery or really physically need a bed. So just know that. But if you can bring a blow-up mattress, even if you know you're going to be getting a bed, that would be helpful, but in case somebody forgets theirs or they don't bring theirs. Again, notebook, pen, calendar, contact list. You want to come prepared. Be a professional. Be ready to learn. There's going to be so much information shared. Just ideas on meals, what we're going to be doing. Friday night's going to be catered. We're going to have a shake bar for breakfast at Carlita's that next morning, and then we're going to have Saturday lunch there. The retreat will officially end around 5:30 on Saturday, so just kind of keep that in mind as well. And it's a non-refundable event because we've paid for everybody's gifts and everybody's spots and catering and all of that. So, so that's your retreats needs to know. So here's some of the information relating to Maui, some of the things that I can share with all of you. John O'Leary will be our guest trainer at GTC. And I will just tell you, his message is so powerful. I thought the book was powerful. It was one of my favorite books ever, for sure. But him in person is even more powerful. There were several moments in his training, his discussion with all of us, where you look around the room and everybody's sobbing. He's that kind of a speaker. He doesn't just speak into your life, he speaks into your heart. And he has a message that is so amazing. And I know God has put him in this place and put him through the fire for many people to be able to change their lives to the better just by hearing his powerful, powerful message. So you guys need to realize that when he shows up at GTC, you will probably be forever changed, because even after hearing his message and spending time on the beach and then on the plane, and then I still in my head find myself going back to some of the things he said and the things he spoke into my life. And whoo, he is the real deal, guys. He's the real deal. Tara Brandsma is going to be the keynote speaker as our ENVP. And just so you know, they do have an abundance arena set up for those that sign up for GTC now. And then, of course, there will be lots of new products, and I can't tell you what those are, but lots of new products that will be announced at GTC, just like always. So they are going to have options where we can order the I Want It Alls and stuff from our seat in the arena, which is what we've been asking for. So that's going to be good. Okay, so that's GTC. Wednesday night trainings. Just so you know, I put this out, and I just want to make sure y'all are as excited about it as I am, number one, that we're going to be having guest trainers, top leaders, top ENVPs that have received national vice president level in this company that are going to be coming in and joining us each and every single month. And I've already got a lineup. I had 3 NVPs tell me this past week that they would be a guest trainer for us in the last half of the year. Debbie Neal, Kristen Walters, and Valerie Gunter. They all came up, they all said that they would be trainers in the last part of the year, so I'm going to put them on the schedule. But we've got some dynamo people going to be speaking into us over the next months to come. Beth Wilmess is going to kick us off in January. Got to spend amazing time with her and Brian in Maui, and I just love her. February is Donna Johnson. March is Sherry Nickel. April's Carlita Nelson. May is Deanna Heron, and June is Heidi Niss. And in between those guest trainers coming in and teaching us, we are still doing the rotation for our leadership, and it's been amazing getting to see you guys shine and be spotlighted in front of your teams, because I know your teams absolutely love getting to see you spotlighted. As a matter of fact, I don't know if some of you stayed on the call Wednesday night after it was completely done, but Shannon had posted the link to the Zoom on her personal Zoom page, or her personal Facebook wall, before the training happened. And lo and behold, somebody actually gets on the Zoom training that night, hears her training, and at the end is interested in hearing more about Arbonne and hearing more about the business. So the next day, the girls from Fort Worth drove up and spent the night with Shannon, and they reconnected and rekindled a lifelong friendship that they had just off of advertising that Shannon was going to be speaking on the Zoom training. So guys, use the platform in your leadership to attract other people into your business, and use the platform to be able to speak into the different people that are going to be on there into their lives, and use the platform to highlight your leadership. So I love our rotation schedule. I'm kicking off the first Wednesday, and then we'll have a guest trainer for the month, and then we'll rotate out 2 more areas or VPs in the month, and you get freedom on what you want to share and what you want to speak into all of us. But just know that if we can keep it to 25 to 30 minutes, I'm sending out a text format to all of you whenever it's your turn to train, so that we can kind of unify our training format, maybe speak on 3 points. That's a Jerry Rosenthal advice that he's given all of us to cover in 25 to 30 minutes, 3 important points, and just kind of, if we can unify our training format, that will be great. When it's my turn to speak on the first Wednesday of the month, guys, what you're going to see me speak on is basic skill sets. So I might be doing a powerful I story, or I might, because I've got to do the recognition on mine as well. So I'm going to be speaking on basic skill set stuff. So I feel like there is a big need for that. And certainly as we grow our business and grow and bring in new people, we're going to need that. So I'm going to be doing a basic skill set, and then the 2 rotating leaders that are going to be training will get freedom on whatever topic they want to share. And then, of course, our guest trainer will have freedom on what they want to share. So it'll be fun. Okay, here's some Maui updates. The source is completely being updated, revised. The launch for this, for the VPs, is January 18th. There'll be one at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So VPs, if you will just pick a time slot that works for you, you need to mark that in and protect it, because you need to get trained and just have an understanding of the new format of the source. We went through it already, and I will tell you, it's pretty remarkable. You type in the search bar what you want, and it comes up. Wow! I mean, it's pretty simplified. It's so amazing. It really is an awesome thing. And then they're going to be doing a launch for everyone else in the company on February 8th. So that's going to be good. The website, they gave us a list of things they're still working on the website, and everything they're working on basically is just streamlining and simplifying the platform that we have. And I wanted to just put one example so that you guys would understand what they're doing, but like a preferred client sign up. they're streamlining it to where you sign up a preferred client on one page. It's not multiple pages. So that's that's an idea. I mean, that's an example of what they're doing to streamline. And you can see that across the board with host rewards, all of that. So they are also updating our call center. It's going through a transformation. They're going to have callback features, virtual holds, integrated voice response. So we're really going to be upping our game with our customer service call center. So that's going to be good too this year. Guys, this, if anything, you probably need to take a picture of this slide because professionals know their numbers. Professionals know their numbers. And here are some different reports that are available to you so that you can be a professional and know your numbers. It's important that we know our numbers. And we can't really use the excuse, I'm not a numbers person. I've used that for years, and I will tell you, it doesn't work in business. Professionals know their numbers, and so even though I'm not a numbers person, I'm gonna become a numbers person, and I think I have actually evolved into a numbers person because I do look at these reports and I do examine them, and I am teaching myself on the importance of knowing my numbers. I did a complete evaluation of my business for the past year, personally what I've done in numbers, and then as a nation. And I'm going to tell you, it really helped me adjust in 2017 what I want to see more of, and I'm concentrating on that. And had I not done my evaluation of my personal business and an evaluation of our nation, I wouldn't know which direction to go, and I wouldn't have had the insight to readjust what I need to readjust to perform at a higher level. So guys, evaluation is so critical. It is so critical. One of the things that was very eye-opening to me is in my evaluation process, I actually did a complete review of how many district managers I personally promoted in 2016, how many area managers I personally promoted in 2016. And, you know, if you don't know that about your own business, that is an area you need to know. If you don't know, I know, because I didn't just track myself and how many I personally promoted in 2016. I tracked every single person in our nation. I needed to have a clear vision in my business, in my organization, what's happening and what's not, and who's performing and who's maybe needs some more help. These are areas, guys, that we've got to really get good at. And so if you're interested in your numbers in terms of how many districts you promoted, I've got that. Or you can look it up yourself and find out for your own. But here are some different reports. Take pictures of these PowerPoints. I think they're helpful because you want to understand these. First of all, in my office, when you go to my office, the level sales report. Many of you have an E in front of your name. Wendy, you promoted out Kathy, right? So when you promote out somebody and they are at your same level, Lisa, you've promoted out Sherry. And so whenever you are at the same level and you have an E in front of your name, you can't see that person's numbers. Like I'll use Sherry and Lisa. Lisa cannot see in Sherry's numbers. She can't see the breakdown of what's happening in her business at all. And so this report, though, is where you see your business. So Lisa can actually go to level sales report. Wendy, you can go to level sales report. Anybody with an E in front of their name can go to level sales report and see the different people at your same level and their breakdown of their team and the breakdown of their numbers. So that is important, guys, important to know that that's available to you. The second report, detailed commission report, this gives you a line for line of what you're paid on and who you don't get paid on because your width isn't long, big enough to pick up the depth or whatever. It will show you where you are not maxing out the comp plan, and we need to understand how we're paid, because that one review could show you, oh my gosh, if I picked up one district manager, I could get paid on all of this. I mean, literally, it's so telling. Professionals know their numbers. They know how to work, and they work smart. So print out your detailed commission report and look at it line for line of who you're getting paid on and who you're not, and make some adjustments to make sure you're maxing out. Under the Me tab, under My Contacts, there's a new report called Purchased Products, and it's a SKU report. It's at the bottom of the page, and it's under the order date. Basically, what this can do for your business is to give you line for line of what products are popular in your business, so you know what you need to train on with your team to get a really well-balanced product distribution within your entire organization. So if you look at that report and you just see, wow, all my team's just selling the RE9 skincare. Well, that means to you as a leader, I probably need to train them on healthy living so that there's a good balance in my business. So look at your report month by month, and it's going to show you a personal breakdown of your personal PCs and what your consultants are purchasing. And you look at that and you say, where is the potential growth? What do I need to really look at in the way of my personal sales of products and people on my team? The other reports under My Team, team reports under team details, this is pretty cool. You can actually create the filter to just show all of your district managers. So you can do a search under the filter bar with DMs, and you can see what your DMs are doing. You can actually find out, oh my gosh, so-and-so's already at $4,000 this month. Then that tells you as a leader, here it is on the 16th of the month, and one of my girls has 4,000 in her ID. That means she's going to go area this month, and it helps you to see as a leader what you need to coach on. You also might see some leadership issues, like somebody that keeps bringing in people that isn't leading them to qualification for district, or you're finding some gaps in who you think is leading that isn't leading. You're also going to be able to see who's maintaining by the green, and you're going to be able to see who's in trouble in the red. So it helps you to identify as a leader who needs help, who isn't working, who is the leader of each of those areas. So that's a really key report. New consultant, new PC reports. You can use this report to see on your team who is actually sponsoring people. You can also use it to welcome new PCs and consultants on your team, but use it really to make phone calls. Hey, I'm your area manager, and I just wanted to welcome you to our team. So excited for you. Let me know if I can help you, la, la, la. And you can go through and make sure that they see the layers of support in the leadership, that you can really zoom down and find out who in your business is really out there sponsoring. The promotions. I love this report. I wish it was done before the reshuffle. And I think they're working on that. But right now, all of our promotions are done after the reshuffle. Well, that's around the 10th of the month, so that's not going to help us with our celebration nights. But it's a nice tool to have until they get it perfected in real time. It's a nice tool to have to do a matchup with what you put out as promotions, and then see if there's anybody you missed in that. Hopefully you didn't. But that's a good way to do a double cross check. And then the last report is the 12 and 12 report. This is brand new. Consultants will drop to PC if they don't hit their 1,200 in 12 months. So make sure you check monthly to add to your reach out so you can up your sales volume and help consultants. Train your team on this. So this is a great way to make a phone call and say, hey, you know, Jody, you didn't hit your 1,200. You are like $100 short. Do you want to go ahead and place an order so you make sure you hit your 1,200 so you maintain your consultant discount? So it's a great reach out, a great way to up your sales and to keep people at that level. Impact trading schedule. Here is the schedule for all the different locations. If you want to take a snapshot with your phone, that'd be great. The ones that I see on here that I know are going to be big hitters for our team is Austin, August 19th, and then of course Dallas, September 16th. But there are lots of different areas spread out all over the U.S. that we need to be aware of. Health, life, dental, and vision insurance. Super pumped about this. This got a standing O in the room because we have actually gone to Maui every year, asking for this. So this is a game changer for many people, and I'm really excited about having this as a way to really paint the vision of what this business can do for people. And this part that's always been a ouch to people will now be a benefit. And so I have not personally made a phone call to them yet. It's on my schedule to do to find out the details. But people that have used this, they really highly recommend it. And it's wonderful because it covers all the 4 essentials that most big corporations cover: dental, vision, life, and health. So this is a big deal. So excited to get that, excited to roll that out to our teams. All right, guys. Another picture, please. This is your January incentives. I don't want you guys to get things confused because I know there's a lot of talk of some things that are effective February 1st, right? And so I don't want you to crisscross the two. So I wanted to make it simple for you. And so this slide right here is your simple slide. For January, what we've got at hand is the pump up the volume. And oh my gosh, I am going to own that because I have already hit my 2,500 because that was such a focus point for me, and I hope it will be an incentive for everyone on your team. But this is an Arbonne branded Bluetooth speaker. How amazing. And Arbonne, you need to know this, is going to be doing this for us. So there's going to be some great incentives like this that they roll out to us so that they help our teams maintain and hit the 2,500 building blocks. So excited about it. So pump up the volume is in January. We need to drive this promotion to everyone, even the districts that are idle. We need to show this to them, and maybe they'll get a little spark or ignited to do more. And it's 2,500 in PQV for the month of January, and they own this baby. So that's awesome. Also, the consultant cash bonus that is available to people right now is the one that you see on the screen. The big change up is coming February 1st, which I'm just so excited about that one because I feel like that is going to be an amazing bonus opportunity for consultants. But this is the one that's available right now in January. So they sponsor one new consultant who accumulates $250. They're going to get a 6% override personally sponsored. If they do that first, do number one, which is sponsor one new consultant and achieve $1,500, they're going to get 6% and a $50 bonus. If they sponsor 2 or more consultants who accumulate $250 and start month, Lisa, this is your Kelsey girl that's sponsoring like crazy. You need to pay attention to this so that you make sure she hits on these. And any of us that have new consultants that are sponsoring like crazy, we need to make sure that we really rack up the payment, the cash bonus this month. So sponsor 2 consultants at $250 and get $2,500. They get a $100 cash bonus. So that is awesome. So know that this is what's happening for January, okay? Now let's switch gears and go into February because February our changes come and they're good for the rest of the year. We're not going to have grow strong or strong start. What we're replacing it with is what's happening February 1, okay? But if you had anybody in the Strong Start or the Grow Strong, they do get to finish out those programs, so remember that. So here's our February. Go ahead and take a picture. This is our new consultant bonus effective February 1st. They're going to get 6% override on all of their sponsored consultants when they have 500 PQV in their month. And rewards, this is going to be rewarding their business focus of bringing in consultants and helping them, focus on balancing sales and sponsoring from the gate when they are let out the gate. Sponsoring is not required each month, but a consultant must have sponsored someone to have frontline consultants in activity to earn the override. And then this is the big one I'm really excited about, because I hate the $1,000 rule where they can get into qual for $1,000, because it totally sets them up to fail. Every person that's gone in with 1,000 usually fail. I love the 2,500. It's how I built my business. It's how we've always focused, is on the 2,500 building block. It's what you have to do to maintain district. So what they're doing is rewarding that. So they come into the business, they do 2,500, and they sponsor 2 PCs or consultants, either one, doing 150. They're going to get a $100 check inside of their, on top of their override. So that is wonderful. But here is something I think is going to help us to keep people striving towards their 2,500 after they've promoted. It's promotion boosters. And so rewards consultants when they promote to a management level and meets the qualification requirements for the 2 months after promoting with a set of free products and logo items. Developed to increase the amount of managers and VPs who maintain after promotion. So this, guys, is not just for districts. It's for districts, areas, regions, nations. So they're going to reward all levels through maintaining the first 2 months out of their promotion, which is helping our teams and for ourselves to stay focused in the momentum of growing. The rank bonus boosters, this is managers and VPs will receive a boost to the existing rank cash bonuses with additional cash when they achieve these bonuses within 6 months of promoting to that title. Rank cash bonuses already encourage volume and sponsoring. These boosters are designed to encourage getting past just maintenance and stretching towards the next rank more quickly. So they're really helping us get into, when someone gets to district, get them to the district manager bonus. When they get to area, get them to the area manager bonus. And they're going to be putting in some different rewards for us to be able to do that. Guys, we're almost done. This may be the last, if not close to the last slide. As far as training notes, there were a couple of things I just wanted to highlight. One is we had a Gen Y MVP speak to all of us, and she wanted to make sure that we knew how to speak their language. And she said they're looking for lifestyle quotes on Facebook. They're looking for you to speak lifestyle quotes. They're not interested in staying home with their unborn children that they don't even have and don't even know will exist in the future. They're not interested in that at all. So when we speak those things, that's not going to trigger them. What they are interested in, she said, is the car. They're interested in the income, and they're interested in travel. And if we can speak around Gen Ys in those type of terms, we're going to get their attention. We're going to get their big time attention. So we've got to kind of, think about that. We can't even talk about plan Bs and going to corporations and losing our job. Like that's my story. But I have to modify that when I'm speaking to a Gen Y, because they don't care about plan Bs. They don't care about losing a job that they don't even, haven't been in for a year. They don't get it yet. They haven't had enough life exposure. One day they will. But what they're looking for is the car and the income and travel. So we need to speak their language when we're trying to prospect them. The other big thing that was really talked about a lot is most social media taking over, and that Facebook Lives are really, really big right now. And so I am planning on doing a Facebook Live. The way you learn this stuff is just to jump in. So I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live Discover for our teams very soon. I'm going to try to get through the retreat first, but next week we'll be setting something up so that we can see how it goes and see if it attracts more people. And I'll give people exact details on how to, make this happen and effective for everybody. The other thing that was real interesting, they said when you're using Facebook and you're using the instant messenger, some of you may know this. I did not know this. There is an audio feature to your messenger on Facebook now. So like if you've been trying to reach out to people or prospects for coffee or to, have an event for you and you're just typing in the messenger, they said to change it up and do it audio, because if you can do audio or video, you're personalizing it and you're really making them not want to say no. So that was a big deal. Linda Parker, of course, she trained, she was our big trainer at our Maui. She's one of my favorite trainers, but basically, and this is good for all of us to know, the team that you have today will do your volume that you have today or less. So it's important that each and every one of us realizes the power of new. The power of new people. That's where our growth is going to come from. And she went on to say that 350% statistically of district managers who get a district manager promoted under them will more likely stay and promote to the next level. So sponsoring is two focuses. We need to make sure that when we're out there trying to sponsor and we're helping our teams learn how to sponsor business builders, that they have two things really down. And that is their powerful iStory, and they know how to close an event with a trifecta. Those are the two key things in them attracting consultants to their business. So we have to make sure that as we're training and launching new people, that they understand their powerful iStory and the power behind speaking it and how that will attract people. And we may need to help them even write that. But we also need to make sure that they understand how to do the trifecta and close an event. And then lastly, global business is huge. Donna Weiser, who's been in the business a long time, she spoke about how she had a friend that was from Taiwan who had a friend that was still living in Taiwan. And Donna actually reached out to that one friend who actually was the interpreter for the Taiwan people that she connected her to. And now Donna has one of the first area managers, soon to be regional vice presidents, on her team, and will be the first in Taiwan just because of someone she knew who knew somebody over there. Guys, we've got to up our game and making sure that we're asking people around us, who do you know in Taiwan, UK, Australia, Canada? Kay Napier said, or Zenzodi, her new name, she said that the teams that are really growing and flourishing are the ones that are having all these global connections. So keep that in mind. It's not that we have to go over there and prospect. We can prospect in our backyard by asking the question and seeing who they know, and use that connector, whoever that connector was, to be your interpreter. And to teach you about the culture of that area and so forth. So that was good stuff. That finishes up our time today, but I do want you to know something big is coming. I can't wait to roll out to all of you something very big on the night of our retreat. So get your teams excited to be over here for a glass of wine after we go to Carlita's. Come over for a glass of wine and let's go through the details of what 2017 is going to mean to each and every one of you on our team, and the exciting things. And this picture off to the side that says Maui 2018, hope that all of you put that on your vision board so that you can join us in Maui next year. Guys, are there any questions? We are done with our updates.
Tammy, did they say anything about what this Abundance Arena is?
Well, it's a big room that's going to have all kinds of screens around. So they're going to get the same kind of electric atmosphere. It's not going to be the same as being inside, of course, of, you know, the MGM like we are, but they're still going to get that same electrifying experience being in the Abundance Arena. So they are still taking registration, and I think it's been discounted because now everybody who registers is going to be put in that arena. So, but the thing about it is, even if they go to the Abundance Arena for the sessions, they're going to come back together with us as a team and feel very much a part of our team, and they're going to get loved on, and relationships are going to be built, and friendships, and they're still going to get that excitement and that energizing feeling that we all leave with. So it's just their way of dealing with the overcrowded GTC.
Anything about, like, is it like a room like the overflow room was last year?
Yeah.
Or is it like a bigger area?
It's a bigger area, but it is an overflow room. Yeah, but it's a bigger.
Well, that's good. So
yeah,
then they can still kind of experience it.
Yeah, it's not going to be like being in the MGM. I hate that, but it's going to be good enough. It's going to be electrifying because they're going to be a part of the energy of it all. Okay. So, any questions, anyone?
I have a question about the January incentive. I just want to make sure that I'm correct on this. So it says sponsor one new independent consultant who accumulates $250 in their start month, and they receive 6% of that. So basically you take the $250 times 65% times 6%, just like a district manager, correct?
Uh-huh.
So they don't have $1,500 to receive that 6%.
Right.
If they do get $1,500, they get a cash bonus, and then if they sponsor two, they get another cash bonus. Because I didn't realize that they actually received it, even if they just sponsor one independent consultant. But that's not preferred client.
Right, that's a consultant.
You already received 15% from that. So a girl sponsors two, and that's 500. She gets 6% of 65% of that.
That's right. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what I love about February is it's gonna give them bonuses off of PCs too, which I think is important. You know.
I'm sorry. Is that mine? Oh,
no, that's mine. Sorry.
Okay. So the difference is that in February, I can't find the thing. They get it off of
PCs and consultants.
Is Martha on our call? I thought I saw her.
Yes, I invited Martha and Tammy Higginbotham to join us today.
Hi, Martha.
Here, I didn't see her come on, but maybe she's with us. So yeah, Lisa, the difference there is the PCs are added to that, and also the 2,500 will be a benchmark that we're all going to be trying to get our girls to do, so they hit the bonus. I'm looking it up right quick. Yeah, I love that. So, yeah, they get a $100 bonus when they sponsor two PCs or consultants. Right now, it's all based off of consultants. And it's at $150 in February versus $250 in January. So,
Right. It's just a little different this month. We'll just have to have that in front of us and kind
Yeah.
of watch.
Yeah, that's why I really wanted to simplify it for you guys, because it's so similar, but it's so different.
Yeah, that does make sense. I'm glad you did that because I was so confused.
I know. Well, I was too, and I thought, okay, we need to know what January we need to focus on, and then what is it that we need to focus on when it changes in February. But February, guys, when it changes, it's good to go for the whole year, so we don't have to do specialized, remember special things every month. It's going to be changed for good. So that's the good news there. We just got to get through January with this old one. So anyone
Tammy?
else?
Tammy,
Yes,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hi, Martha May.
Yay. I've been muted and just listening to what you said. It's so nice to hear. So it's kind of fun to hear everyone doing different things in different places. So that's what's so
Oh, I know. Martha was on her way to Maui, guys, and her flight canceled. And so she did not get to go to Maui, and her bags actually went on to Maui while she was in Dallas. Crazy.
Yes, it was crazy. So I'm so glad you guys feel sorry for me since I didn't go.
You should have got her bag. You could have worn all her cute stuff over there, Tammy.
I could have, Martha.
I know. I'll tell you, things happen, but that's okay. I know how to do the business, and so I would have loved to have been in Maui, but it didn't work out, and flights canceled. And so, next year I'm looking forward to getting there next year. What we're doing.
Well, maybe you'll be going with a lot of these girls that are on this call today.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Martha, for being with us.
Thanks.
Thanks, Tammy, for sucking it up and going to Maui and learning all of this to bring it back to us.
I know. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for joining me today. If y'all have any questions, just text me and I'll be glad to respond to those. But get ready. We only have about 3 or 4 more sleeps and we'll be together, so it'll all be good. Love you guys.
Only 4 more sleeps and we're all together.
That's right. It's not long. So, all right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy it. And we will be seeing and talking to each other in a few days. Love you all. Thank you for being with me.
Love you,
Bye-bye.
Tammy. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Thanks.
Ramona, send pictures of your daughter's shoes.
Oh, I will. I'm not at home. I'm babysitting my 2 great nephews today, but when I get home, I'll send pictures.
Did she
They are
love
the
them?
cutest- Oh, absolutely loves them.
What'd she say when she opened the box?
She was like, Mom, where did you find these? These are the coolest shoes I've ever seen, but I've never seen anything like them. I said, you can thank Kristen Cleveland for this.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's so
she's
fun.
warm.
Thanks, Ramona, for the plug.
Everybody would stop her and go, where did you get those shoes? Where
Oh,
did you get
that's
those
funny.
shoes?
That's
I said,
so
hey, those
fun.
are Oklahoma shoes.
Hey, that may grow your Arbonne business right there. Just get you connecting with people.
That's right. Thank you again for all your trouble that day. I so super appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. I love doing
I have
that.
a special prize for you this weekend for doing that for me.
Oh, you don't need to do that. That is
I've already done it.
necessary. You stop it.
No,
You
I
stop
appreciate it.
Well, I love you too.
Love you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.